today we will count down the top 10 best sci-fi movies available on Netflix, Amazon Prime and Disney Plus, that you should watch now. Let's begin the video. Number 10. The World's End. It is a science fiction comedy film directed by Edgar Wright. The movie revolves around Gary King, a 40-year-old man who is determined to relive an epic pub crawl he attempted 23 years ago. He convinces his former friends to join him in his hometown for a night of heavy drinking. As they travel to the final destination of the crawl, the World's End pub, Gary and his companions face challenges as they attempt to reconcile with their past and present. However, their journey takes a turn when they discover that their hometown is being invaded by aliens. The movie is fantastic and offers a humorous take on an alien invasion, making it definitely worth your time for those looking for a good laugh. Number 9. Cold Skin. It was released in 2017 and directed by Xavier Yents. It is based on the 2002 novel of the same name and falls into the science fiction horror genre. The story takes place in 1914 and follows a young man named Friend who travels to a remote island near the Antarctic Circle to become a weather watcher. However, upon arrival he finds that the previous watchman is missing and encounters a crazed castaway who has seen something terrifying. Friend must spend the next 12 months in a deserted cabin on the island, surrounded by the stillness of trees, rocks, and sea, and fend off the dangerous monsters that reside on the coast. This film is underrated and deserves more recognition for its captivating storyline and thrilling twists. Just watch it, you won't be disappointed, but I won't reveal any more to keep the suspense intact. Number 8. The Soul. It is a neo-noir science fiction mystery crime thriller directed by Cheng Wei Hao. The film follows Liang Wen Chao, a cancer patient and lawyer, and his pregnant wife, Inspector Abo, as they take on the case of a brutal murder at an organization researching a revolutionary cancer therapy. Through their investigation, the couple uncovers mystical conspiracies and connections between the victim's family and even the deceased. As more information comes to light, the situation becomes increasingly complex, raising questions about what is real and what isn't. The film blends elements of sci-fi, drama, mystery, and horror to create an intriguing storyline that keeps the audience engaged. Number 7. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It is a sci-fi adventure film directed and written by Luc Besson. It is based on the French science fiction comic series, Valerian and Lorelei. The movie takes place in the 28th century, where the former International Space Station has become overcrowded and unstable, leading to its relocation to deep space and renaming as Alpha, a city traveling through space and home to millions of species from thousands of worlds. The story focuses on the special agents Valerian and Lorelei, tasked by the Minister of Defense to maintain order in the human regions of the city. When a sinister force threatens Alpha, a developing metropolis where various species gather to share knowledge and culture, Valerian and Lorelei must work to uncover the threat and protect not only the city but also the future of the universe. With a strong story, incredible visuals, and an enjoyable viewing experience, this film is a must-see for sci-fi fans. Number 6. Life. It is a science fiction horror movie directed by Daniel Espinosa. The film focuses on a group of 6 researchers who are aboard a spacecraft to examine a specimen brought back from Mars that could prove the existence of alien intelligence. However, when they discover that the sample is a single massive species, their research takes a dark turn. The crew soon realizes that things are not as they seem and their methods have unintended consequences. The life form they've discovered is more advanced than they could have ever imagined. The concept of astronauts having to fight an unknown alien species in space never gets old, and this movie provides a fresh take on the familiar extraterrestrial storyline. With a cast featuring Ryan Reynolds and Hiroyuki Sanada, fans of alien movies will surely enjoy this film. Number 5. Oxygen. It is a science fiction survival thriller directed by Alexander Aya. The story revolves around Elizabeth Hansen, who wakes up in a hibernation compartment with no memory of anything, including her own identity. Trapped and unable to move, Elizabeth faces a terrifying situation as the unit's oxygen supply dwindles. In order to regain her memories and escape, she must work with the pod's artificial intelligence. With its captivating atmosphere, Oxygen draws in the audience from the very beginning and is an exceptional sci-fi thriller that combines elements of survival and mystery. Number 4. Annihilation. It is a science fiction psychological horror film based on the novel of the same name, written and directed by Alex Garland. The movie follows Lena, a scientist and former soldier, who joins an expedition to investigate the strange and unexplained phenomenon of Area X. As the group enters Area X, they encounter a world filled with mutant wildlife that is both magnificent and deadly, causing them to question their reality in survival. The film stands out as a fantastic science fiction film because it encourages further discussion and doesn't try to exclude alternative viewpoints. Annihilation is a movie that will linger in your mind long after you've seen it and leave you feeling haunted. Number 3. Independence Day. It is a classic science fiction action movie from 1996, directed by Roland Emmerich. The film takes place on July 2, 1996 when an alien mothership arrives and positions itself over major cities on Earth. When attempts to contact the aliens fail, David Levinson, a former scientist turned cable technician, discovers that the aliens are planning a worldwide attack. The main story follows a group of characters, including a geek, a pilot, the US president, and a small group of survivors, who come together to prevent the extinction of humanity. Although a sequel, Independence Day: Resurgence, was released, it is only worth watching once. Overall, Independence Day is considered one of the best sci-fi films ever made. Number 2. Upgrade. It is a cyberpunk action film directed by Lee Wanell. The movie is set in a near-future world where science and technology play a major role in daily life. The central plot revolves around Gray Trace, who becomes disabled and loses his wife after a brutal attack by anonymous attackers. When the police are unable to bring the murderers to justice, Gray agrees to have a revolutionary programming chip implanted into his body. This chip gives him control over his disabled body and gives him extraordinary powers and agility, which he uses to take revenge on the criminals who ruined his life. Although the movie may seem like a typical vengeance thriller, it offers much more with its futuristic setting and superhero-style action, making it an enjoyable and entertaining film. Number 1. John Carter. It is a science fiction action movie, directed by Andrew Stanton. The movie is based on the first book of the Barsoom series of novels, Princess of Mars. Set in 1881, the story follows Captain John Carter, a Confederate Army officer who travels to Mars after discovering an alien artifact. On Mars, Carter learns that his bone density and the planet's low gravity give him enhanced physical abilities, which he uses to become involved in an ongoing war between the different Martian races. He finds himself imprisoned, but manages to escape and teams up with a princess in need of a savior. Despite being underrated, John Carter is a must-watch for fans of science fiction. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos and recommendations related to movie and series.